Week 6 of the fantasy baseball season, and here's a few pitchers I look to sell and trade this week. The first guy, Zach Gallen of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Gallen, he's off to a great start this year here with the D-backs, picking up where he left off a few seasons ago after last season wasn't the greatest of seasons for Gallen. So on the season, 34 and a third, 2-0 record, 18 hits, 4 earned runs, 5 walks, 35 Ks, 4 quality starts, 1.05 ERA, and a 0.67 whip. So right here, he's pitching lights out for this Diamondback team. But this Diamondback team, so far, they've been playing pretty decent baseball this year here. But now in a tough division, obviously, where they're going to verse San Diego, the Dodgers, and the Giants, and even the Rockies who can hit the baseball, it's going to be tough, in my opinion, for Gallen to keep up this ERA in the ones right here. And it's just not sustainable, in my opinion. It's weather warming up soon here. The ball's going to start flying out of the yard. And some of these pitchers around the league off to great starts aren't going to maintain these big numbers. So right now, while the ERA is great and the 4-0 record, he's definitely a sell-high candidate this week. No doubt about it, he's a talented pitcher. But right now, while he's at peak value, it's a perfect time to trade him. May 2nd in Miami, 6 and a third, got the win. 5 hits, 2 runs, 5 Ks, a quality start. May 8th versus the Rockies, 7 innings, got the win in that one. 5 hits, no runs, 7 Ks, a quality start. And then May 14th versus the Cubs, 6 innings, no decision. 2 hits, a run, a walk, 9 Ks, a quality start. So he's going out there and he's giving fantasy owners great outings. And obviously the Diamondbacks, great outings here is Zach Gallen. But it's not going to continue at this rate. I know tomorrow he's got a great matchup at the Cubs once again. But he's a guy I could get a lot for in a nice 1-for-1 deal, or even get a pitcher and a decent hitter for him the way things have been going so far. So he's a perfect sell-high candidate is Gallen, but that's the only way I would sell him. If you get good value or over-the-top value from him. The next pitcher is Yoshihisa Kikuchi of the Toronto Blue Jays. Says Kikuchi signed a decent contract in the offseason for a 3-year deal with Toronto, and on the year, 2-1 record, 32 innings, 21 hits, 12 earned runs, 20 walks, though, 33 strikeouts, and 2 quality starts here for Kikuchi. But the last couple weeks is where he's really getting it going. 2-0 record, 17 and a third, 6 hits, 3 runs, 7 walks, 20 Ks, 2 quality starts for Kikuchi, and an ERA under 1. So right here, the last 2 weeks is where he's been doing his damage. Before that, he was just a mediocre to poor pitcher for fantasy owners. May 4th versus the Yankees, 6 innings, got the win. 3 hits, a run, a walk, 7 Ks in that one. May 10th at the Yankees, 5 and a third, no decision. 2 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 7 Ks in that one. And May 16th versus former team, the Mariners, 6 innings, got the win. A hit, no runs, 3 walks, 6 Ks. So the problem with Kikuchi, 20 walks already this season here, which is definitely a high number. And amongst the league leaders in a category you don't want to be a league leader in here. So right now he plays in a tough division, no doubt about it, in the AL East with good hitting teams like Boston, New York Yankees, even though he pitched 2 pretty decent outings versus them. But he's a soft-tossing lefty, and I just don't think this season here is going to be a great year. Yeah, he's going to get a lot of run support from this Blue Jay offense, but now with him turning things around over the last 2 weeks, I think you could trade him off and get a decent bat for him in a 1-for-1 deal, or even a closer if you want to go that direction here for Kikuchi. The next guy I look to someone trade this week, Bednar, the Pittsburgh Pirates. So Bednar, he's come out of nowhere this season here as the Pirate closer, and he's off to a good start. But the Pirates, another team here that are going to be struggling, and one of the worst teams in the league, even though that NL Central isn't the greatest of the divisions. You really only have Milwaukee and the St. Louis Cardinals in the division. So on the season here for Bednar, 18 innings, 7 saves, 8 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, already 25 strikeouts, a 1 ERA, and a 0.51 whip. So right here, he's off to a good start. And the last couple weeks, the saves have been coming in for him. 5 saves in the last 2 weeks, 8 and a third, 2 hits, a run, and 11 Ks. So right now, he's pitching good baseball. But I'm not a big closer guy, and especially for a guy who's on a Pirate team, that's going to be a horrible team and not get many opportunities to get save chances. So right now, while he's on a little bit of a streak, he's another guy I think you could sell off and get a bat for him, because the last few outings for him, May 11th versus the Dodgers, he won 2 innings in that one, and he got the save with 3 strikeouts. May 14th versus Cincinnati, 1 1/3, a save in that one, and a K. And then May 15th, He got the basic save versus Cincinnati. 1 inning and the save, clean inning there. So right here, he's going out there. He's getting clean innings. He's getting clean saves. And he's even pitching multiple innings. But I just don't see it lasting where he's going to get many opportunities because this Pirate team is in total rebuild mode. And they're a team that easily could lose 100-plus games this season. So right now, I would trade off Bednar while the saves are coming in. The next guy's Tyrique Suter of the Detroit Tigers. So Scooble, he was pretty decent last season for most of the year, but now this year he's taken up another notch. 39 2/3, 3-2 record, 35 hits, 11 runs, 8 walks, 45 Ks, 4 quality starts, a 2.50 ERA and a 1.08 WHIP. So he's off to a great start at Scooble, but he's also on a team. They're not going to be as bad as the Pirates or Cincinnati Reds, but they're probably going to be a team that loses again 85, 90 ball games this season here is the Detroit Tigers. So the last few outings here for Scooble, 5th at Houston, 6 innings, no decision, 6 hits, 2 runs, 9 Ks in that one, and the quality start. May 10th versus Oakland, 7 innings, got the win. 3 hits, 3 walks, 5 Ks, a quality start. And then May 15th versus a weak Baltimore team, 6 innings, got the win. 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 11 Ks, and a quality start. So his next outing, another favorable matchup at the Guardians, May 20th here for Tyrique Suter. But he's a guy that I don't think he's going to keep up these great ball games, even though the last 4 out of 5 games he's gone out there and pitched gems. So right now, while he's in the groove, while he's had some good matchups, he's a perfect guy to sell high. Because I think when it's all said and done this season, the ERA will probably be in the mid-3s to 4s at least, which is still pretty solid for the American League. But no way it's going to stay at 2.50 this season. So right now, while he's pitching good, this is a perfect time to sell him high. And the 5th and final guy I look to sell and trade this week, Jose Quintana of the Pittsburgh Pirates. So Quintana, I mentioned him as a nice pickup this week for fantasy owners, but right now he's having a lights out season. But another guy on a team that's not going to get him much run support, and he's not going to get that many wins on the season. 37 innings, 1-1 record, 26 hits, 9 earned runs, 14 walks, 30 Ks, and 2 quality starts. So Quintana, he already has 30 more fantasy points this season than he did last year, where last year he pitched 63 innings, almost double what he pitched this year. So I know it's fluky. The last few seasons for Quintana have been horrible with the Cubs and the Angels and the Chicago White Sox. So he's bounced around the league. And I definitely could see him getting traded to a contender if he keeps up the good pace right now. So the last few games for him, May 9th versus a great Dodger team. 6 innings, got the win. 2 hits, no runs, 4 walks, 5 Ks, a quality start. And May 15th versus the Reds, 7 innings. In that one, no decision. It was the game where Green went 8 innings going with a no-hitter, and the Reds still lost. 3 hits, no runs, a walk, and 5 Ks. So right here, he's pitching great baseball, is Quintana. His next outing is versus a tough St. Louis Cardinal offense. But right now, if I could pick him up and flip him, that's what you want to do sometimes. Pick up a guy that obviously you get for free, not dropping any more anxiety, and then flipping him in a trade for a more consistent player, because I don't know if Quintana is going to hold up. He's up there in age, and he's just a guy, like I mentioned, on a team that's not going to get many runs for him, even though he definitely could be traded towards the deadline to a contender. So that's a few pitchers I look to sell and trade here for Week 6 of the fantasy baseball season.